Thank you so much, Carlo. What an opening to the final regular season game. Your Eagles versus the Hinton Canadians. And Hardy wins the opening faceoff, starting with the 21s. And here we go. And he gets it on the far wall. Bounces off Mr. 150, Gavin Kobuk-Stark. Congrats to him. I think the most impressive stat they said was his 321 penalty minutes Kreifel shot. Early test for Bernanov. Kobuk goes around the wall. There's Konstantin Los. Los trying to whack at it. Doesn't go through. He's checked. Now Los. Los falls. I believe on his own right. Hager bobbles off his stick as the Canadians begin to look up ice. That shot saved by Tomlinson. Goes off the glass and high. John Spraggs. Spraggs moving over the blue line. Lost it to not shot. Save. They score! Ruger Leclerc opens the scoring on minute 29 into the hockey game. And the Eagles recently just been scoring early and often. They scored 5 goals in no time yesterday. That one's covered up by Bernanov, and the Eagles will get an offensive zone face-off to the far side.
It's going on Spotify. It's welcome to the party or something.
There's behind the goal.
I got it. Who scored it?
2-on-1 shot. Save. Tomlinson. And now here's Ruger Leclerc, the goal scorer, in over the line. Lost it. Now in the corner. He's checked. Hager can't get out the scrum. Leclerc was knocked down there in the corner, and now LaRose. Kreif got there first, and now here's Tyson Hollick. Hollick nifty Bernanov, and he'll hold on. As Landy Johnson gets a bit of a cross-check in the face by Cudmore. And your Eagles are going on the power play.
Your Edson Eagles goal scored by number 95, Ruger Leclerc. Assisted number 21, John Spraggs. And number 98, Tyson Hollick. Time to goal, 1:29. Ruger Leclerc.
Power play. Johnson, Snyder, Hardy, Los, and Gaucher. Gaucher gets off the Hardy. Shot goes high off the glass and out of play.
Hit penalty number 22, 2 minutes for cross check.
Draw one by the Canadians. Eagles steal down. Johnson drew the penalty. Los. Hardy. Hardy, backhand try. Doesn't get through the traffic. Comes out the zone. Los going to be the first man back. His own near side hash mark. Gives it to Hardy, and Hardy gets the legs pumping. Through the neutral zone over the line. Hardy on the drop back. Schneider tries to find Tyron Gaucher on the 1T. Los. And that one fired down the ice. Ryan Schneider as the Eagles begin their first change about with about a minute 4 left to go in the power play. Hardy on the far side. Chance, they score! Kenton Wood, and it's 2-0.
That's his song.
Your Edson Eagles goal scored by number 87.
That's one, draws one by Pigeon.
Wood.
Now,
Assisted by number 98, Edson Hollick. And by number 9, Alexis Hardy.
there's Dane Pollock,
Time to go,
the new captain of the Hinton Canadians. That one's dumped in by Curtis Francis. Doesn't make too far into the zone now. Los over to Gavin Kobach. Kobach off the glass. Now, here come the Canadians the other way. Stopped up, and now they're forced to reset. Kerber goes on the cross. He's one of the newer Canadians. Los over the line. Los trying to find Francis in tight. That shot off the blocker. That was from distance from Stavely, and now here come the Canadians. Clark, his drive, saved by Tomlinson, rebound to the corner. Clark will throw it around. Kreif goes up beyond him. Galloway sends that shot on the near side wide. Kreif finishes checking the corner. Puck comes out in front. Good defensive play by Francis, and now here's Stavely going the other way. Stavely, he's checked, but other guy got the worst of it. Burns, and it's briefly stolen now. Here's Wood over to Groslow. It's a shot saved.
Hungry Harry's, when you're craving something delicious after hours. Hungry Harry's open until call in your order, your midnight craving.
Draw one by the Canadians. Spraggs steals it at the line. Spraggs, a shot from distance off the blocker. Now the Canadians get puck out the zone. Kreif over to John Spraggs. Spraggs sends that one up. Just makes it into the zone. Now the Canadians have control. That one's stolen by Kenton Wood. Wires one in. Gaucher was offside, had to tag up. Now that one's stolen by Kenton Wood. A few sloppy turnovers in a row by the Canadians, just trying to get the puck up ice. And there's another one. Eagles just can't get controls of these. Now they do. Here's Wood trying to find Gaucher. Doesn't entirely go. Now one's played up. McPherson can't control, and here's Tyvern Gaucher. Gaucher trying to go through. Backhand pass over to Jeremy Kreif. It comes out the zone. Kreif in over the line. Evades the check, and Burns. He'll look up ice looking for Riley Clark, who's now behind his goal, trying to send one out in front. Xander Haggert's the man that's there. He'll take it with a give and go from Tyson Hollick. I believe there's a trip coming up on the play. Shot save. No penalty on the play, I believe, actually. Watch the officials here. I felt like Xander Hager was tripped. He, in fact, was.
Penalty number 11, 2 minutes for tripping.
And Cody Bick with the clear. Former Edson Eagle. Now there's Gavin Kobuck. Hullock. Now here's Ruger Leclaire. He opens scoring minute 29 in. Goes around the goal on the backhand, trying to find Kenton Wood in front for his second power play goal as the puck squeaks through. Tomlinson there as he pulls it behind the goal, and Kobuck leaves it there. Hullock, and that's a steal. Shot by Basaraba, makes it through, but not in. Good positioning by Hayden Tomlinson from a sloppy turnover from Tyson Hullock, but now Hullock with a chance to redeem himself. Goes just wide now. A shot, they score! Or do they? I believe that's Gavin Kobuck a goal. Or did Bernanov have it? They're going to the bench to celebrate. Or no, Bernanov got it. The way Kobuck celebrated it, I thought it went in. But no. What an awesome story it would make for the man with the most games in the NJHL. Scores! Constantine Los. I know his billet family in Oregon knows I've been pronouncing his name wrong. Maybe now that I'm going to pronounce it right, he's going to score even more. That's his third as an Eagle. What an impact he's made. And now the Eagles, less than halfway through the period, up 3-0. It's a battle ensuing off the face-off. And Bick will send that one through. Dekaneski. Gannett, it's stolen from him. They'll get her right back. Goes too far for Francis now. Someone biffs it, and there's a big hit on Curtis Francis. There's Rowan Gannett in the corner. Stolen by Bick. Now Dekaneski trying to sift the one on goal. Goes wide to the right-hand side of Bernanov. Now outside the line. Another sloppy turnover. That's this time by Curtis Francis. Almost giving Hinton a good rush chance going in one-on-one. Galloway runs that one around the wall. There's a bit of a battle in front of the goal now. Behind the net, here's Galloway. Galloway back up top, Burns. Burns not goes right to the corner with it. Had to look at his stick there. Bit of a pile up in a corner, and there's a penalty being called here. I believe it's going to be against the Eagles for head contact.
We'd like to remind you about our 50-50 draw, brought to you by our very own Edson Eagle volunteers. That draw will take place during the third period. We'll be selling those
That's
tickets
Zane Dekaneski going off to the box.
Support your Edson Eagles. Also, Shoppers Pharmacy Edson here for your health. From prescriptions to everyday wellness, Shoppers Pharmacy Edson.
Trying to
Trusted local pharmacy.
Eagles on the kill for the next two for the head contact. Backhand out the zone by Jeremy Kreif, and a little bit after, and Schneider looks to be in clear pain as he struggles to the bench. What a loss he'd be, as he did not look good on his way to the bench. Also no call on the play as Riley Clark pulls it in over the line. Dane Pollock. Pollock a drive, shot saved. Tomlinson, he'll hold on. I believe Ryan Schneider went right down the tunnel or to the locker room. We don't really have a tunnel here in the Atkinson District Leisure Center. But no, that one did not look good. Schneider, he seems to be all right walking. I see him over in the corner. He was talking to Colley. Gage Colley. One of the few goalies the Eagles have. And now there's a bit of a tussle, and the gloves are off. Burns and Stavely. And Burns gets on top of him. Stavely. And that was a good little tilt. And it looks like we're going to take a hot minute to just decide some penalties. I believe it's pretty clear. I think it's just going to be 5 for fighting. Both guys got the gloves off. I'd like to thank our major sponsor, Pizza 73, at this time. Awesome. They're doing their heart-shaped pizzas today for Valentine's Day. Kind of BS. It wasn't too far.
It wasn't a shot for him.
You do it down there, I see.
Well, look, you can see where he slid. Yeah, that should just be a trip and call.
Yeah, he's a little further down. Yeah, that's absolutely a penalty shot.
Okay, that last round of penalties, Hinton number 11, 5 minutes for high sticking, 5 minutes flagging. Perfect for game night, date night, Valentine's vibe, or just for treating yourself. Pizza 73 on Main Street.
Draws one by the Eagles. There's Galloway. Doesn't go through it now. There's Ryan Schneider. You can see his legs are pumping, and he scores! Ryan Schneider. He answers the call, and it's 4-1. Draw one for the Eagles. They still have 3:25 to go on this power play. Just try and pad these stats before the end of the year. Shot by Wood. Denied by Bronanov as he got across to the near side. Tomlinson moves it back there for Kovak. Now here's Aruga Leclerc. Leclerc in overline. What a move! Leclerc in! Stolen at the last second. That would have been a highlight reel. Drive by Hollick stopped. And Bernanov will hold on. Draw one by the Eagles now. Shot by Groslow, stopped, and Johnson again in the mix. They're a really good net front presence these last few games. He's been a member, or returned a member of the Eagles. Draw one. Here's Los. Drive, shot save. That was Tyron Gaucher going for the far right.
In the game two, visit Edson Pharmacy for prescriptions, wellness products, and friendly advice. Convenient carrying right here in Edson.
Draw one, drop on the backhand. That was Gaucher going on the bottom half. And now here's a shorthanded transfer. LaRose, he's in alone. LaRose save! Hayden Tomlinson on the shorthanded break. And now the other way. Here's Landy Johnson. Johnson, he's out too wide. He'll have to glide behind the goal as he does on the backhand side. Johnson over to Los. And now Johnson almost with an open net pass. They score! What a play by Landy Johnson to read that Ryan Schneider was there. Another power play goal for Schneider, and it's 5-1 as he sits on hat-trick watch. Draw one again by your Eagles. Schneider with his second of the night again on the power play now. And that was a good save by Tomlinson to start the whole play. And now here's another chance. Halleck on the doorstep now. Here's Hager. Kobach down Hager. Kobach drop from distance. I think that takes the deflection now. Hager pops outside the line. LeClaire. There was a bit of a battle for it. Now Hinton gets LeClaire. Goes too far for Tomlinson now. Kobach. He biffs it. Now here's Riley Clark. No real danger on that shorthand opportunity now. Here's Tyson Halleck. Halleck on the backhand. Bernanov in the glove with 1:01 to play in the power play and 5:50 to go here in the first. Gannett for the face-off. He lost it, and it goes into Bernanov's glove.
They prepare a meal for each of the referees after the game. For that, we thank them. And when you see your players in the jerseys, remember Cal Tire is behind every goal.
Draw one by the Canadians now. Los. Family in Oregon. Probably keeping a tally on the amount of times I almost say his name wrong. Now, there's Dane Pollock, and it flips in. Galloway. And that's a hard check by Ryan Schneider. And Schneider skates off. There's Gannett. His shot goes high on the right-hand side. Looking top right. That puck comes outside the line and will go all the way down the ice. Looks like it'll stop almost right behind the net, and Landy Johnson's there. Johnson, 5 seconds to go on the power play. Now Johnson's in over the line. Power play expires. Johnson trying to break through the D. Can't Tyler do so, but now he gets in the corner, drops it. Constantine Los. Stavely and tight. Shot save, rebound. Bernanov without a stick. Now he gets it back. Puck comes outside the line. Here's another break. Here's LaRose off the tip of the stick by Hayden Tomlinson. Goes off the knob. What a stop. Robin LaRose now twice on the breakaway. One shorthand and one even strength. Both here in this first period. Another sloppy turnover. LaRose again. Just this time misses the net. Other side. Goes off the backhand and misses. And now Burns. He'll stop up behind the net. Goes off the skate now. Here's Tyvern Gaucher. Goes up. Hinton looking up ice. Carter Little. Gaucher. That one flips in now. Canadians getting their trek up ice. Shot goes just wide. Burns wires one in deep. Little finds Alessis Hardy, and Hardy has a lane. Hardy, nifty move. Board 4 down. Alexis Hardy. It's 6-1 Eagles. The little slow up. The long stick handle. Hardy. Welcome to the highlight reel.
Your Edson Eagles goal scored by number 9, Alexis Hardy. Assisted by number 23, Tigran Gaucher. Time of the goal, 16:50.
Draw one by the Canadians. Cruyff. Now, Cruyff in his own end. Sprags. Kenton Wood in over the line. Drops back. Nobody home. Now Cruyff with the seal on the blue line. Shot from distance is stopped. By the way, goalie change for Hinton now. Luke Reuter in goal, and it goes off the backhand, and Ty Gaucher scores. Kind of a sifter on the backhand, and it's 7-1. Sorry, I was just asking Carlo for the pronunciation of Hinton's new goalie, and now Ruger Leclerc, he's going for it. My apologies, Mr. Reuters, if you're watching this afterwards. And there's a shot from distance. They score! Leclerc seems to have got a tip out in front.
Ty Gaucher. This is by number 87, Kenton Wood, and number 21, John Sprague.
8-1. Ruger Leclerc, let's start the hat-trick watch on him as well. Eagles, 8 goals on 24 shots. They have more goals than Hinton has shots.
Edson Eagles goal scored by number 95, Ruger Leclerc.
And now
By number 21, John Sprague. Time of the goal, 17:56.
Kobach.
Ruger Leclerc. Whoop, whoop.
And that one's sent in, and it's called icing, and the Canadians will get an offensive zone faceoff.
Hey, if you're looking for a cold beer or a refreshing spirit after and while cheering on our team, Easy Liquor has you covered. With a great selection to choose from, you can sit and savor as we all rally behind our Edson Eagles.
Now, draw is 1, and now it's a 2-on-1. It was going to be a 2-on-1. Leclerc kind of lost the handle on it. There's Kobach. Los. Now Tyson Hollick kind of going around the world. Now Hollick, he's in. Backhand feed goes cross. Nobody home. Look, I thought Leclerc was there now. He's looking top left. Shot by Hollick. Goes behind. Reuter just flying everywhere. Was trying to get a good feel for it. Now Kobach hits outside the line. Kobach from distance. Goes into the glove of Reuter, and he'll play it. That one's sent up. Beautiful feed. Galloway goes wide to the left-hand side of Hayden Tomlinson. Now here's Landy Johnson. Schneider, and it just pops outside the line. And here's a draw. 1. Here's Dukaniski off the wall. Landed Johnson. Johnson goes between his legs. Hardy. Schneider now back to Hardy. Hardy around the world. Trying to find Schneider for the hat trick. Now Johnson. Johnson goes around the goal. He was looking for a Michigan there. Few seconds left here in the period. Now here's Hardy. Hardy trying to find Landy Johnson in the slot. He can't, but the Eagles will take an 8-1 lead. Everyone will take an 8-1 lead. And I believe it will start run time in the second period. But until then, it's intermission. Have a good intermission. We're back for the second period, and here we go. And that's up near the bench of the Canadians by John Spraggs. Here off the draw. Shot by Cooper, goes wide. Now here's Kreif. Lekansky can't get through the defense, and now here's John Spraggs. Spraggs' a shot from distance. Gets deflected to the corner. Basaraba, he had the penalty shot goal in the first. Now there's Dane Pollock. Pollock in over the line. He gets stopped up. Francis. Now here's Jeremy Kreif. Kreif trying to walk in 1-on-3, and now play stopped at the line. Goes around the goal. And Leclerc drops him. And that's a good hit. Here's Tyson Hollick. Yelled a high five his family at the intermission. Did the Pizza 73 game, which it's not my job to help commentate that too. Shot from distance by Carter Little. And here's Zender Hager. Hager on the backhand to try. Goes around the goal. And puck comes all the way down the ice. It goes on Tomlinson. Little. Trip. Backhand over. Now here's Rowan Gannett. He's hit hard by LaRose. Now here's a turnover at the line. McPherson. Galloway. LaRose spinning. Galloway. Big hit by Tyron Gaucher. And here's Kenton Wood. Wood.
Let's go, Kenny.
Trying to go on the backhand try. Goes to the corner. Wood spinning around LaRose. Now in a battle for it with Glenn Galloway. In front. Wood, a chop at it, goes over the goal. Now that will skip the line. And it will be icing against the Canadians.
Shout out to Red Sports and Outdoors for supporting your Edson Eagles. A local favorite for all things sports and outdoors. Thanks for keeping our team ready to play. We want to take a moment also to give a huge thank you to Cal Tire for sponsoring Edson Eagles Cruising.
Draw one. Gavin Kobach goes around the wall. Gaucher makes a move. Now it goes in front. Groslow trying to find Tyron Gaucher. Is going to be another icing call against Hinton. Draw one. Now here's Gavin Kolbach. Konstantin Laus goes wide to the right-hand side of Bananov, who's back in goal. It's going to be yet another icing for Hinton.
Pizza 73, they're serving up their adorable and delicious heart-shaped pizzas. Drop by after the game, order one for you and your Valentine. Main Street Edson beside the Medical Center. Also, a huge thank you to Community Tire Edson for being a proud supporter of the Edson Eagles.
Draw one.
Your commitment to
Here's
sports
Gavin
and
Kolbach.
community
Drops
spirit
it back.
makes a real difference on and off.
Schneider. Line drive. Tried by Konstantin Laus. And now McPherson. He's had a long shift. Hardy throws him into the wall now. Kolbach off the bench. That was a really long shift there for both.
Reminder, folks, our 50-50 brought to you by our very own
For the
Eagle
Canadians
Volunteers.
there with the long
Thank you for
change.
spending your Friday night or your Saturday night with us. A draw will be made during the third period. Also, you need a quick refill before the game. Edson Pharmacy has you covered. You can stop by for fast service, expert care, because your health matters as much as the score does.
Draw one. Landy Johnson. And that's stolen. Johnson. And it gets poked away from him. Schneider. Schneider over. Trying to find Alessis Hardy, and now here's Dane Pollock. Pollock trying to find the blade of Riley Clark, but now it's going the other way. Johnson and is offside. Draw one by the Canadians as they just wire one in on the left side. Carter Little. Shot from distance goes wide to the right head side. Right now here's Stavely. Stavely, he might have a lane. He's in alone. Shot saved, Bernanov. You heard his coach yelling. Some of their players lacking the back check. That one's blocked by Carter Little on the shot by Chance Basaraba. He's Hinton's goal scorer in this 8-1 shellacking. Little shot. And it just sifted on goal. Goes into the corner. Little looking for a lane to the net. It's blocked. Now, here's Tyson Hollick. Hollick drops it back. Tyson Hollick now couldn't get the shot away. And now the Canadians come through. Leclerc. And that's going to be deemed offside.
We'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to all of our amazing billet partners. Your generosity, kindness, and willingness to open your homes and your hearts to our players have made a significant impact on their lives and the success of our team.
Draw one, LaRose. Some of that one back for Burns. Los, Kobach, Hager. Now back to Kobach. Leclerc checked on the wall now. LaRose. Those dump and chase. Leclerc first on it. Gets checked in the corner by Galloway. Leclerc gives him one of his own. Now LaRose. LaRose can't fire that one. That's a big hit by Konstantin Laus, and Michael LaRose hurt in the corner. He's covering his eye or his nose. I believe he has a bloody nose. Clark, McPherson, and Carr out there, I believe. Nope, that's Tyler Creed. Goes beyond Jacob Knott. Now there's Austin Laus goes by him now. McPherson just a dump and chase. It's kind of been the kind of period Hinton wants to play. It'll probably be a runtime third period if they don't get a few in. Hollick goes down. Gaucher away. Gaucher on the backhand try. It's a hard shot by Jeremy Greif that just misses the target. Now Tyson Hollick. And that goes too far. And here's Riley Clark. Clark wheeling and dealing through the D. Can't catch up to that one. And Spraggs finishes a check on him. There's Jeremy Greif. Now Tyvern Gaucher. Gaucher finds King Charles Groslow. And King Charles Groslow, he finds the back of the net. That's a laser of a shot. Gaucher wins the faceoff. Spraggs. The most recent goal scorer, Groslow now, Jeremy Greif. Score now 9-1 Eagles. Here's Greif. Trying a line drive. Now a shot block, and here's a chance for Peters. Peters. And Creed finds it. The back of the net. 9-2. Now, there's a draw one. Beck plays it. Shot goes wide to the right. In the corner. And there's Landy Johnson. He'll play Alessis Hardy with the spin. Hardy told me there's something special coming for me at some point in this game. Kind of hope it happens. Now, Pollock, Bick, Burns, and that one wired down, and Burns was flattened right in front of the Eagles bench. Burns being watched by Schneider, so he has to give it up now. Basaraba, good poke by Rowan Gannett. Rowan Gannett, kind of an unsung hero. He's always kind of been in the right place at the right time for his defensive style of game all year long. Now, over the line, there's Schneider shot. Just on goal, Bernanov with the stop now. And there's Pollock. Pollock shot off the pad of Tomlinson, and he'll send that one to the corner. Here's Hardy. Hardy stops up. Plays it for Lucas Stavely. What a play by Alessis Hardy. There's Laus, he's behind the goal now. Shot. They score. That's 10. That's Lucas Stavely. And
Edson goals scored by number 77, Lucas Stavely.
They didn't even put the 10th goal up in the arena.
By Constantine Lowe.
Not yet.
Time of the goal, 10:26. Lucas Stately, whoop, whoop.
Puck goes behind the goal. Constantine Laos. Big of a pile up. Galloway. He gets pulled. Trying to sell a kind of a hook by Los. Now Francis. And Stabley, he's in, and there's his second. Oh, this might go to Francis, actually. I can't tell who got the last touch. Francis leads the line. Now it's Stabley. We'll see what Carlo gets. And Lucas Stabley with a pair of quick ones. And now
Time of the goal, 11:14. Lucas Stately, whoop, whoop.
Alright. Yeah, it is 11 goals. It just said it does say 10 in the arena. Hopefully the people running the scoreboard get that one fixed. They have such a difficult job, and now here's Jeremy Kreif. He looks to make it more difficult by adding one more, make this one 12. Shot save Bernanov. Puck's loose. And now that comes out. Ruger Leclerc, first on it. They'll look up ice. Leclerc. Played by
Correction on the system. The last
Carr.
one,
Carr.
assisted by number 11, Sam
No.
McConaughey's, and not by the captain.
And now Halleck. That's probably what Kobach was going over to talk about. Shot into the glove of Tomlinson, and he'll hold on. And there's frustration from the Hinton bench. Draw one. And now here's Charles Groslow. He's in all alone on the backhand. He scores. "12. So it might be 11. I think it's 11 now. I think the arena's right. I can't see what we have on the stream from where I am. But here's Carter Little. Little on the forehand drive. And now, trying to almost deflects to Kenton Wood. Now Basaraba. Oh, now it's 12, and Basaraba puts Hinton at 13. Puts Hinton at 3. 12-3. off the fast break. I was right. It is now 12-3. I haven't put Basaraba's goal on the board. Like I said, they do have a difficult job. I don't blame them. Basaraba will drop that back for Jacob Knott.
Hinton goal scored by number 13, Chance Basaraba, assisted by number 88.
Constantine Laos, so Los over
14-33.
Lanny Johnson. Trying to find Los and Riley Clark. Clark goes wide of Tomlinson. And now here's a play. This is Hardy. Hardy, it's a 2-on-1. He'll pass it across to Lanny Johnson. Johnson. And now Pollock, he falls. Clark, Bill wires it down. There's Kobach finds. Trying to find Ryan Schneider. What a play by Kosalos. Laos. And that shot just goes wide by Lanny Johnson. Johnson now behind the goal. Backhand feed over. Alexis Hardy, he lost on the give and go. Johnson. And plays whistled. Hardy off to the box. 5 minutes to go here in the period. Hardy off for 2 now. Score 12-3 Eagles. Sprague's on the backhand, goes high.
Edson penalty number 9, 2 minutes for
Bernanov. Sprague's has it. And good killing of the time, and Bernanov forced to cover as Halleck skated to his doorstep. Now here's John Spragues. Spragues on the backhand goes around. Tyson Halleck. Halleck. I find Langy, or sorry, that's Xander Hager. And Halleck gets dropped, no penalty, and now there's a call, and we'll be up 4-on-4 for the next minute 15 as Halleck draws a trip. Wood, Schneider, Little, and Gannett. And Hinton wins that draw. Here's Dane Pollock. Pollock waits and sets up the play. No, stolen by Ryan Schneider. Over the line now. Gives it. Kenton Wood goes wide to the left-hand side of Bernardo now. Evades Carter Little. Nice play by him, and what a move. Little now trying to charge his way into the zone. He gets there. Gannett, and it goes too far behind. No. And good play. And now here's Carter Little once again. Now on the forehand side, goes off stick and high. Kenton Wood behind the goal. Basaraba, stolen by Ryan Schneider. That's Halleck. My apologies. Halleck. Now, Bick looks up ice. Gannett. Now, trying to bat it is Tyron Gaucher. It's a 3-on-1 for Hinton now. Riley Clark in. Shot saved. Tomlinson. And now, there's Tyson Hollick. Nice collecting of the pass. It's a hard pass from Tyron Gaucher. Hardy out the box. He's setting it up. Hardy up top now. Quarterbacking. Look at the hands drive from Kosa Los. And Hardy. What a play. Alexis Hardy on the back end. Doesn't go through. And now out the box. McPherson. Save by Tomlinson. I believe it might have just went wide as well. Tomlinson's been good on the breakaway. And here's Xander Hager now. Trying to get a break of his own. A little bit of a miscue in front. Gaucher. LaRose now. Riley Clark. Clark. McPherson. Clark. Goes around. Shots 40-12 in favor of the Eagles. And now there's Xander Hager. Hager, nice play. Shot save. Bernanov. Hager gets it right back. Stavely looking for the hat trick. Bernanov falls. Stavely shot it way wide. Now Bernanov gets the puck in, covers. Now, Francis gets checked. Peters lost it. Stavely goes around. Francis checked. Now, John Spraggs is blocked. Peters isn't there now. Jeremy Kreif. He walks in. High speed save, Bernanov. He covers. That's 18.1 to go here. Eagles up by 9. Draw one. And Clark wheeling and dealing. Try to go across for Basaraba. Now John Spraggs rides out the clock. And that's the end of the second. 12-3 Eagles, 43-12 are your shots. We'll see you quite soon for the third period. We are so back for the third period of play. I'd like to thank Kevin, the owner of Pizza 73, brought up pizza for everyone. I'm enjoying a slice myself right now as the Eagles look to cruise their way to another victory to finish out the year before they get a weekend to rest up for the postseason. The O'Shaughnessy keeps breaking chairs in here. It's all good times when the Eagles are winning and winning by this much. Here's Stavely. Stavely trying to find Tyson Hollick. And Bernanov will cover. We are running time with the 9-goal lead coming into the third period. Wood getting the legs going. Over the blue line. Since that Groslow couldn't get there. Now Wood. Groslow stick checks. Jacob Knott, I believe. No, that's Cadmore. Sprague's in over the line. His shot goes high. Now, here's Jeremy Greif finds Gaucher down low, and he has the finish. $13-0. Or sorry, 13-3. My apologies.
Edson Eagles goal scored by number 23, Ty Elche. Assisted by number 92, Jeremy Creek. And number 16, Charles Broswell. Time to the goal, 1:35. Time Gaucher. Woo-hoo.
Draw one by the Canadians. Kobuk. I don't believe Gavin Kobuk's got a point yet today in his 150. That'd be a nice thing to have. That one too far for Curtis Francis. I could be wrong though. Wouldn't be shocked if I am wrong. Kobuk now with it. Gives it to Ruger Leclerc. Los. Lost it. And that's going to be icing against the Eagles. Or against the Canadians, sorry. Johnson with that at the blue line.
Help us and help the staff.
Around.
Keep the Eagles nest clean.
Big hit by Landon Johnson. Even bigger one by Ruger Leclerc. Bernanov. Trying to call for icing. I didn't think it ever came outside the red line. And there's kind of a three-way fight going on here. There's two people with the gloves off against Leclerc. He's taking them. Wow. And Francis, I believe, takes another guy. Wow. Hey. Gardner Little. My apologies. Drops the man. Ruger Leclerc. Lost half his gear. Same with Gardner Little. The hype is real. With the two fights at once.
Once again, while we have a bit of a break in the action,
from I think we're getting close to going back to hockey. Now we are, as the Eagles win the face-off. There's no penalties up on the board. I believe there was just a lot of, probably just games, misconduct handed out. Over the line. Sprague's with a bit of a hit. Schneider. Jeremy Kreif. Kreif. He's in deep. Now here's Hardy. Hardy. Looking behind. Oh. He said he'd score Michigan for me. That would have been funny if he did it. And now he's away once again. You can see why. He's easily the best skater in the league. That one's into the glove of Bernanov, and he'll hold on. Hinton would draw one shot save. Wood trying to collect the rebound. Hager on the backhand shot saved. Ilya Bernanov shot. Ilya Bernanov is letting honestly quite a bit today. Normally, sometimes has Edson's number for a little bit, but today was the floodgates opened, and Reuter even came in goal. This is his birthday, by the way. Luke Reuter. Came in goal and led 3 goals, I believe, on 5 shots. And they put Bernanov back in goal at the start of the second. Costa Los now. There's Ender Hager. And puck comes Los. And now here's Riley Clark. Clark coming in 2-on-1. He had Pollock with him and just shot it just wide. As they have the 50-50 being announced here in-house. Thank you so much, Carlo. And Francis, it comes off his stick. Now Groslow, he couldn't catch up to it. Not goes high to Kaniski. Wired that one in. Caller. He's dropped by Tyvern Gaucher. And I believe he's the one going to the box. Gaucher for tripping. Six minutes, 25 seconds to play in this runtime period. And there's a draw, and Dekansky with the clear. Now, there's Jacob Knott. Clark over the line. Shot goes wide. Not a drive shot off the blocker. Now, there's Rowan Gannett. Hard skate, and Bernanov has to cover.
Once again, we extend our sincere gratitude to Trail Printing for their generous sponsorship. Give them a shout and experience the difference of working with a trusted and reliable printing partner. Thank you, Trail Printing, for your support and dedication to the Edson Eagles.
Draw one by the Canadians. Pollock. He might have a lane. Kreif trying to muscle him off the puck. He does. No shock, Jeremy Kreif. Such a big guy. To a great defensive player and provides offensive flair. 43 seconds to go on the kill now. Shot by Knott goes wide. Another save, Tomlinson. And Hill hold on.
Looking for a fantastic dining experience.
And now there's Stavely. Stavely's looking for the hat trick. No player has got a hat trick here tonight. There's a few with two. Schneider, Stavely, and hold on here. That's Sean Spraggs with a good chance. He makes one of whack. And then, sorry, that's the guys that are close to hat trick. Stavely, Schneider, and LeClaire. They all have two. And then there's a big slash on Jeremy Kreif off the pad of Bernanov, and Hinton touches up. That was a pretty clear slash on Jeremy Kreif there. As Galloway off to the box. Xander Hager. Shot one. Shot goes wide. Ty Gaucher. Kevin Kobuk. That one's whistled down by Pollock. Gaucher leaves it there for Tyson Hollick. And now he's away, in over his own blue. Here he is, Hollick. On the forehand drive, shot save made. Bernanov and he'll hold on. Draw one. Now, Eagles just look to make the lead by 11. Gaucher. He also has two. I forgot about that. Now here's Hollick. A drive shot, save, rebound. Hager scores. Xander Hager. Carr now has it off the draw on the backhand side. And now here's Groslow up. Stavely. Stavely. Ty Gaucher has had, I want to say he has a 5-point night going. There's John Spraggs. He spins. And he's away now. Spraggs. What a move. Bick with the steal on him. Oh, that's Jeremy Kreif. What a play. What a shot. Celebrated a little too hard for the 15th goal, and she's just told to go to the bench. And I believe they're just, they're putting And they're putting the 21s all out together to ride out their last regular season game. Ride it home, boys. It's a 12-goal victory, 15-3. 15-3, final 55-17 are your shots. Thank you so much to tuning in for the stream if you're still here. I know Liam O'Shaughnessy's parents said they stopped watching, which, that's okay. We'll see ya for the playoffs in 2 weeks. We'll give you updates as to who your Eagles are playing and where. Have a good week, everyone.